Hello, hello. So we're back. We're kind of down one. So, it's not farming with 1G Frost. It's turned into farming Derp Day. Oh! So we're going to get a start on what would normally have been happening on Saturday. So, yeah, we're going to get started. I'm going to go new farmer. And we're going to go Erlengrat. So this is basically going to be what's going to be the single player Farm Sim 22 Saturday stream series. For reasons I hope will become clear, I've kind of chosen Erlengrat to go for because so many people are doing all the other stuff. So let's have a look. What character do we want to have this time around? Yeah, you. You'll do. No. Nope. Yeah, not that colour hair, but... yeah, that'll do. That will do. Yep. Okay. Okay, clothages. No. That's I like that. That's nice. And let's do bottoms. And let's have that. Yep, that's good. Shoeses. Okay. Okay. Looks good. Let's do this. That basically says if you're not familiar, then go play one of the other maps. So we're going to get up down to half speed for a moment whilst we figure this out. So we are here in Erlengrat. We've got our farmhouse here where we can sleep. We have a nice little kind of garage here for equipment, which has got a nice selection of different things here. We have a whole bunch of cows. We'll have a look at those in a minute. We have a repair station. We have a fuel station. We have a slurry pit. We have a bunker. Silo bunker. We have a silo. And we have another little kind of shelter, but even more pieces of equipment. And then we have the great big out there cabinet otter. This is super fancy for a starter farm. And that's one of the reasons I picked it. And so we've actually started with cows. So that kind of surprised me. So I'm going to go through the settings in a second. I'm going to kind of do my usual bits on the settings. It is. The cows are here. The cows have got feed. I don't know why, but that's what Erlengrat is here, apparently. And I was quite impressed because not only have we got the car, but we've got the electric tractor. Got another 2 tractors besides. We've got all that equipment. We've got all the haymaking and grass equipment. So, you started in Elm Creek and now you feel poor. Well, I've got a save game in Elm Creek, Cabinet Otter, so I do understand, but I actually didn't want to do Elm Creek for my single player because everybody else is doing it. Oh my goodness! Steam coming in with a raid. Let's get a shout out for Steam. Where is Steam? There you are. Hello, Steam. Steam was most recently seen playing Farming Simulator 22. Shock horror. Hey Steam, how are you doing? How was the stream? And thank you, Das, for the hydrate. We are literally just getting started. You're very welcome, Steam. Literally just getting started. This is a new single player. 1G's had to step out this evening, so I'm crazy busy stream. Well, yeah, sounds about right. So I'm doing a single player. Hello, Pinkris. How are you? Welcome. So yeah, so we're literally, I've loaded into the game and nothing more. So this is what we have as a kind of new farmer in Erlengrat. So we have cows. So I'm going to just quickly do my settings. So we're going to call this Saturday stream. I realise it's not Saturday. Traffic off because traffic usually is a pain in my butt. Economy to normal. Seasonal growth we're going to leave on. Days per month we're going to leave 1. Snow we're going to leave on. Crop destruction we're going to leave on. Periodic ploughing on. Actually we're going to leave that off because that's off by default. It's Saturday in Das's heart. Ah, wonderful. Fieldstone we're going to leave on. Not that this is going to cause us much bother because a lot of these things aren't going to apply if we're doing animals, which is where we're starting with this. Dirt normal, automatic engine start off because I don't like it. We're going to put the weight limit on. Fuel usage we're going to put to normal. And the AI workers are not going to do any of that stuff. Okay, so we have 10 Holstein and 5 Brown Swiss. So we have, they've got water, but not a lot of water. They've not got much productivity. We don't have any TMR. They do have hay and grass. That's all we know for right now. So there's no production chains or anything yet, which is probably a good thing, but we do have just this, I think it's just this area here. So we don't have any field. There's no field space, but we've got this area here, which is where all of our everything is. And it's, like I say, it's Cabinet Otter's was in the chat as we started, and he's kind of, I started in Elm Creek and I feel like I've got nothing. And there's me starting in Erlengrat, and we've got, yeah, all of this stuff. All of this stuff. Little animal. I don't know the answer to that question yet. So if I turn on the fill limit for trailers, do you lose the crop if it goes over the limit of the trailer? I don't believe so. I think it stops you filling the trailer when it gets to the weight limit. Now, obviously, it would get to the limit of how much it can hold and stop you anyway. I haven't seen it actually overfill a trailer and spill anything out in everything that I've done thus far. So I don't think it does. I think it's more of an, it's like another limit. So rather than limiting it to the amount of physical space that it holds, there's a weight limit. So if you're going to go over the weight limit for the roads, it would, as a safety precaution, stop you from overfilling, even if it hadn't filled the physical capacity. That's how I understand it. I haven't actually really tested that out yet, but that's how I understand it to be. So, but yeah, and welcome. So, what's first thing? Let's get some water. So let's jump in our little dinkable. Our little Dinkerbull. And we're going to go and get the Joskin. And we're going to get some water. And oh, there's our charging point. I didn't know where our charging point was, but we have one. So, like I said, my key mission here was I kind of picked Erlengrat anyway because like most people are going to be on Elm Creek or Oberon. And indeed, in my multiplayer with 1G, I'm on Oberon. So I decided I'm going to go with the third option. Okay, take care, Cabinet Otter. You thought you could handle this, but you're just burning with jealousy that you have to work and yet I get to enjoy 22, so you're going to go. Okay, well, I hope to see you again soon, Cabinet Otter. Take care of yourself and hope work isn't too stressful. So... But there we go. So yeah, so this is what we're going to do. So this is, it's kind of a little bit impromptu. This was what I was going to be doing Saturday, but 1G's, like I said, had to step out. So we're kind of stepping it up a little bit because sometimes life demands that you be flexible. So now, obviously, like I said, having selected Erlengrat, I loaded in today to see what was in here by default on a new farmer basis. And I was just like super impressed with how much stuff there was and the fact that there were already cows. I have never seen a save game that I recall for Farm Sim that started with animals already in it that already had feed. So I was going, okay, that's where we're going. So we obviously need to get straw as well. So how are we going to get straw? Well, we're going to have to get it into the bingle flusher as well somehow, aren't we? Let's just check. Does this one have a front loader attachment? Hey, it does indeed have a front loader attachment. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk it? So I guess what we probably need to get is a straw blower. Gonna obviously have to buy straw in at this point because I'm fairly sure we won't have any stashed anywhere, but we'll just double check. Straw. Yeah, we don't have any straw anywhere. We don't even have a hayloft. So there we go. So we're going to get this one up and running. And we're going to head on over to the shop. Assuming I can remember which way to go. Whoa. Let's have a look in this tractor. Do we have a clock somewhere? Maybe not. No. But it is a nice tractor. So I turned traffic off anyway, so let's go into town. Looking out of habit, but oh, there we go. Smash the sign over. We're gonna head on into town to the shop. Smash another sign, because why not? Let's turn the engine off to save our I'll save the environment a little bit. Our virtual environment, obviously. What? So we want in here, and we want a straw blower. Where it is, we're going to find it. Under animals. And oh, really? So we don't need the front loader to get it. That's interesting. Previously, we had the ones on the front loader. Maybe we'll have a look, see if there was still the one on the front loader. Because that would be on the front loader one, obviously. Front loader tools. That one. Oh, that can be used to cut sugar beets to feed them to your biogas plant. Ah, okay. Squee! Das is redeeming Squee. Thank you, Das. How you doing? Keeping out of mischief? That's the silage cutter. Yeah, so we don't seem to have the kind of front loader based one. So that's okay. So we can modify our plan here. Again, adaptability is key. So we're going to go back to the animals. We do need a straw. We'll also get the Siler King as well at some point. Come back and get that. Because we will need that. But yeah, let's get the straw cutter, the straw blower. Let's buy that. £37,000, so that's too much. How be ye, Fad? Das is ish. So yeah, I'm okay. I've been rather tired today. To the point that I've actually had 2 power naps, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, just to try and keep myself going. Not quite sure why. So let's get a bale by 1. Let's go, and we'll hopefully be able to. Right, so let us attach that on the front because we don't want it on the back because that's the wrong place for it right now. Thought we were going to have a front-loaded thing, but we are not. Now let's see if we can get that bale into this thing. Yes, I know we first need to fill the tool. How does one do that? Ah, again. It's mouse controls, not a V or an X to open. I was trying X to unfold it, or V, but well, no, I was trying X to unfold it, but it didn't work. So let's get this, because then we can get some. This is helpful. I say this is helpful. Obviously, it clearly isn't, but. Aha! It's now rolling. We just need it to be rollable into out the back of our thingy bobber. It's got to be an easier way than this, I would imagine, but. Aha, I think we have it. We have it. Do we have it? Yes, we have it. It is captured. We have captured the bale. It's a very important mission, that capture the bale. It's like capture the flag, only far more serious. Oh, there's deer running around town. So, off we go back to our little farm. We should be able to put some straw for our coos. Next up, we're going to try and get start on TMR, but obviously we'll have to buy silage bales for that. Oh dear, says Daz. Indeed. Oh dear, oh dear. Do we have a manure pit? I'm thinking we don't. I'm thinking that we do not have a manure pit. We have a slurry pit. So I think we lack the manure pit. So we need to put that in as well. X-Race Worker, this is 22. So this is Erlengrat in Farm Sim 22. So. Now let's go. Where is it? Many mules. Cows. Oh no, it's storage buildings, isn't it? So container. No, it's not container, it's silos. And a manure heap. Collides with player. So. Checking the side barn for it. Oh, okay. So that is the that's the vehicle workshop. So if I look over here, this is our workshop. So I haven't seen this. It's a little bit different in 22. I have not seen it. Let's just double check. Manure. We don't have any storage capacity for manure because otherwise it would say 0 liters, like it does for slurry. So we don't have one. So I'm going to take myself over here so I'm not in the way. I'm going to try and pop it there. Although that may not be possible. Okay, so no, it's not just away from cows, it is slurry and manure. But it's all a little bit more modular. So let's there we go. Let's try that way round. Let's try. Do I really want to pop it there? And take up grass space. Let's pop it there. I think that's the minimum we can take up. So there we go. That's going to be our manure. So we now have manure space as well. At least that's what the help file says. So I'm going based on what I read in the help file earlier. So now let's put some straw in. So boop, 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 boop. So that's obviously the feeding trough, and so this loading point here has got to be the straw, I would imagine. I would have thought. No, yes, no. Well, let's go back here just to see if it is. Go all the way around if we need to. Don't think we do. Unless it's not possible with this particular... might not be possible with this particular... Let's check. Might not be possible with that particular pen. No, it doesn't have a straw. I just should have checked that. It doesn't have a straw capability for that particular pen, which is a bit annoying. Oh well. Lesson learned. We've got the equipment when we kind of upgrade. Let's leave it over here for now. Kind of wish we hadn't spent all that money on it and the kind of manure pit, but there we go. It wouldn't be me if we weren't starting off by making mistakes. So in that case, we're probably going to be set back because we don't have enough money to start the TMR now. So, yeah. Let's get some grass and hay going. Might have to rent a loading wagon. Unless we have... I don't think we have one. Oh, we do have a loading wagon. Excellent. So we don't have to rent that. That's good. We can get some hay. I think if they're still the same, I'll go with the hay over the grass. Yeah, so they always need water. Well, big surprise. Barns have built-in water supply. Some animals require straw. Feed them any of the following food types. So yeah, it'll go with the most effective food type. So if it doesn't go with TMR, we're best to get stocked up on hay. So let's go mowing. And let's see how much of an area we have. Yeah, pen doesn't produce manure. It's obviously a function of the. I have, like I said, I literally have not done cows, or the only animals I've done have been horses and chickens so far. But yeah, I'm guessing that when we look at the animal pens, it'll only be these ones that then start to produce manure. And again, we're not close to those just yet. So, but yeah, thank you for that. Just as usual, it's all derp. So we've got all of this lovely space behind us, and all the lovely space down below us. So I might just, yeah, it might take a... How far around do you think it extends? All the way around there. Let's go mow some grass. Starting at the bottom. Because why not? Manure fertilizes the grass for the cows to eat. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna actually sit a little bit more properly. Oh, there's a tree there. That wouldn't help. Let's do this. So I probably ought to avoid the bushes because I wouldn't really just run over them. Oh. Let's go back. This is the first time in 22 I've actually done any grass cutting of any description. It's looking pretty good. A lot of daisies. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, and probably not the best of ideas to have gone through those bushes, but there we go. We'll adjust. We will adjust. Doesn't like that rock, does it? Is it just going over the... Maybe it's just going over the grass swath, I don't know. There we go. Away we go. Hopefully this will be a bit smoother. Maybe not. So... Bop, 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 bop. Oh, off you go, crows. Go again. So I'm probably going to focus mostly for the moment on this lower part. I would ideally probably do the whole place, but so I just this one appealed to me, like I said, because it's I figured it would be a bit different than most of what else is going on out there with FS22. Already we're kind of learning how some of the mechanics are different with the animals. I mean, that you've got the cheaper grade pen, which doesn't do everything that the other pens do. That's new to me, but we know now. Well, I say we. I know now, so I can avoid being such a derp. So I'm gonna go along this bit here. And that'll be the kind of bit that we mow. For today, at least. So, I think, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, if you've got cows out in a field, you don't put straw down and muck them out. If you've got them in a barn, you do. Quite frankly. Because otherwise they're doing their business on concrete and slipping all over the place. So I'm going to put the, yeah, I'm going to leave this on. I will probably, I'll cut some other grass at some point and put that in for silage. Assuming the silage works the same. Haven't tested that out yet either. We may be heading into getting a loan at some point to be able to feed our cows. Ba, 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 ba. We going to cut the grass. I'm not sure this one will have sufficient power for the windrower or tedder. So I'll be doing that with the other tractor. Probably with the Bura. Because then we'll have used all the tractors. Just for good measure, you know. And away we go. Do. Ba 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 ba. See, so this is just the start. So we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do. I'm imagining that it's probably going to be cows, and then we'll get into the dairy chain production. Because it kind of makes sense starting off with the cows to do that. And away we go again. There we go. Okay. Should be done in a couple of minutes. Yeah, can't be too many more passes left. The area's definitely getting done, so we will TED it. I don't know if the seasonal crop makes the grass drying any different? I have to figure that out. I may have to look at the help file. And away we go. We come out of cab now. Mostly in cab because of that part where we were under the tree. Now we're still into the trees. This is quite a nice area of grass for us to harvest, I think. Oh, sounds like there's a train. Maybe there's a ship on the water. Okay, let's just get this last bit. And we get back up there. Let's head on back up. Hello, Coos. And then we'll grab the burra. Go tedding. Okay. That looks distinctly like it's the tedder to me. That's what I think anyway. We're going to go down. We're going to start from the same place. And away we go. Just looking at the effects of that. Hit the tree. The effects of that hay, that grass being tedded. That's good. I like that. Again, like I said, haven't done any grass work in the game up till now. So this is all fresh to me. Guessing this may mean that we might need to kind of get a hayloft, but we'll see. see what we've got. Yes. That looks good. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. This is good. Color-wise, I think it's a little bit more what I'd expect. Distribution of the grass-wise, it's really is kind of kicking it out there so that it's just strewn rather than being in the lines that it was previously, and still being kind of fairly well kind of swathed. Tell us anything about... No, we don't get field information because it's not a field. It's a shame, but there we go. Okie dokie. Get this tedded, then we can windrow. Then we can scoop it all up. Beautiful. B-E-A, beautiful. Bum, 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 bum. Just love the sound of those gears. Trek was in earlier and he asked what was my favourite thing about 22 so far, and I can't really answer that. I had to cop out and say, well, it's the detail, because there's just so much detail gone into it. It was definitely a cop-out answer, but it's the truth. But yeah, this is... To me, this feels far better as for haymaking. Again, the fact that it's dry straight away is not, but the visual characteristics are much improved in my opinion. And because what we'll also do, because we've got the animals, we don't have any fields ourselves, we'll probably do some contract work. We might do that, get some money in, then start to invest in some larger equipment, larger pen for the cows, so that we can do manure, or we can check to see if manure even is a thing at all. Oh, look at this, it's gorgeous. And I just love having the bureau, having the open top to do this with. And when we get to what's the word? Forage to loading. But when we get to using the loading wagon, I'll probably use the cab tractor. seems to also be throwing it against some form of boundary, so it's not throwing it out of the area that we own. So it does seem to have some boundary effects there as well, potentially, to stop the kind of product being thrown where you can't use it, which was an issue for me in FS19. So there we go. As you can see, it's kind of... When we start here in a second, you'll see it kind of seems to lump up there, so it seems to stop it going too far to go out of our territory. Which is cool. I'm absolutely in favour of that. Okay, there we go. Tedding completed. Now we're going to row it up, and that will be the next thing. I'm imagining we'll probably be... Yeah. This map probably lends itself more to the animals. Oh, we do have a baler as well. I didn't know we had a baler as well. How far are we? There we go. Boop. Must have got some kind of sponsorship deal with putting a... Now for this one, I'm going to start the other side actually. I managed to avoid taking out the stop sign for the first time. Hello, pedestrians. And hopefully the reason for me doing that will be clear in a moment. Or at least it's based on my visual assessment of the equipment as it stands now. It may be different when we prep it for use. But my expectation is that it's going to shove everything against that side. I have to remember that because I've actually switched my camera around. And that's what I'm expecting. And that's why I came this side. Oh, and the hay dust. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. I know we've missed some bits there, but that's okay. They'll still be there next year. Or they'll rot, or they won't. Right, so we're going to go back along that same line. The kind of the colouring of this is much better than in 19. Much more like hay. Hello, little dog. Oh. Okay. Excellent. It's done in very short order, I think. You almost smell the hay. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, let's see what we can do. I'm going to do this outer edge on this other side now. So it kind of needs doing, and it needs to be brought away from the edge. Oh well. That didn't work excessively well, but we'll go with it for now. Ba, ba, ba. Do 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 do. Still missing a few bits here and there. Okay. Just going to do the same as we did on the other side. And we've only got to figure out what to do with what's in the middle. which is always the fun. I have a face full of tree. There we go. That's it. Looks like there's going to be a little bit of a mini swath in the middle there. I'm not going to come back and do anything much with that other than we'll collect it when we collect the rest of it. Goes to do this. This will be good amount to keep us going. Because in an ideal world, we don't want to buy any hay if we can avoid it. Straw we've bought already, and we didn't actually need. Because Fadman is a derp. I should have really checked the pen to make sure before I did that, but then I didn't. I'm just going to go to here just to keep that in one line. La-dee-da-dee-da. La-dee-da-dee-doo. There's a nice lot of grass over there as well. Wonder what that plot sells for. Ah, it's part of Field 4, so a lot of money. 285,000 if in case you didn't see it. Do 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 do. Bop, 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 bop. Okie dokie. Da, ba, 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 ba. Let's try to avoid knocking down that sign. La, 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 la. Okay. We are so practically there. sure we don't. I'm pretty sure I didn't see a hayloft up there. Let's check the storage in a second. Pretty sure I didn't see a hayloft. Okay. Let's take this back. Bum, 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 bum. So. Oh, actually, I'm overshooting the mark there, aren't I? I want to go next to this side of the... Ah! Not smashing into the header. Being a little bit more careful would be good, please. There we go. Let's go and park the Bureau up. Not sure we're going to need a plough, but again, if we go doing some missions, we may do. So we're going to pop that down, and we're going to disconnect the front loader because we don't need it. Grab the loading wagon. I'm not even closely aligned to it. And away we go. So, go collect our hay. Doesn't look so good from the distance. Oh no, it does. I'm just mistaking what's the hay and what's the grass beneath it. I realise I'm driving over these things here. They're not what's suitable, and obviously I'd probably remove them. If I were actually trying to access the... There we go. If I were actually trying to access the land in that way. Just pull them up, put them back down again. Okay, this one row is going to be quite a sufficient amount, so may end up baling some. Well, we didn't look in the where it is hay, so we don't have any storage, so we don't have a hayloft. How much is a hayloft? Probably more than we can afford. Silos. Hayloft 63,000. So, yep, more than we can afford. So, gonna have to handle it one way or another. Probably by baling up what is not needed and sticking in bales and storing it that way. So I'm going to take this up here because we've got 10,000 litres. I'm going to take this up to the cows and hopefully it will fill them in their feeding trough. No more capacity for hay. So they're already filled. Okay. So I think we need to... We'll fill this up. We'll get this to 100% and then the rest of it we're going to bale. That's the plan. That's the plan. Das Tebber is redeeming a hydrate. Thank you very much, Das. Just wanted to do that little short section there. And we'll head back. Oh, I took out the sign anyway. Talked about being careful about it when we were windrowing. And completely took it out with this. Okay. Let's get as far along here as we can. Collecting this, and then we'll bale the rest, like I said. Which will give us something to derp around with, because we'll then have to derp with the bales. I'm going to pop this under cover because really I do want it to be there because we wouldn't want it raining on top of the hay. Can't believe it's visually kind of coming up over the top of the what's it, but I guess if it's crammed full. Okay, there we go. Now let's get the baler. Okie dokie. Again, I know I would take the post out, or I'd drive around it, but just the reality of where we are. There we go. Now let's go. Might not get many bales from this, but that's fine because we've got a full forage wagon. There's one. PTO for the moment. Whilst we go back and line up. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. It's only a minuscule amount here, but we'll try and keep the field as tidy as possible. Okay. Little bit of baling in the sun. Okay. Almost bailed the sign. Okay, so we'll get more than 2 bales then, that's good. Not sure by how many, but probably another one, maybe 1.5. So we're already at 50%. And there's got to be at least a bale in this row. So we might get 4. There we go. And we'll try and clear up some of the bits at the side of the road along here as well. Doo, doo, doo. So yeah, so this is... It's kind of slow beginnings, I suppose. Wow. Excellent. So... Doo, doo, doo. Ba, 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 da, ba. Let me get this along the side of the road there. This bit here. Not sure there's anything there, but there we go. Trying to tidy up. Face for the tree again. That will do then. Guessing that bale's going to have to wait to come out next time. So let's head on up. Ooh, that's nice. I hadn't noticed that LED strip along the top of the cab for the brake light. That's very nice. Oh. Then I go and drive the tractor into the... What's it? So what is in this cab? Oh, we did look at this one earlier, didn't we? It's a fairly basic cab, but it's fine. I say it's fairly basic, it's pretty nice, but... It doesn't have a clock that I can sell. So there we go. So let's do that. Do we have bale spikes there? Yeah, we do. Let's go pick up our bales then. That looks like bale spikes to me. Let's go find out. We might be able to pick up more than just one if we bring the other doof remover. No, we'll just do one at a time. I'm not going to worry about the other doof remover. Maybe I've got to do two at a time here. Because I've not used a fork like this before. Yeah. I'm going to assume that's the correct thing to do. Please feel free to tell me I'm wrong. I will not be offended. I might not listen. Or I might not change what I do. I'll listen, but I might not change what I do. But I will not be offended. Let's put these... Again, we're going to put these under cover. Okay, there's two bales. Doesn't it look nice? So... So I'll have a look. Heading up this way this time. And yeah. Whoa! I think we might be a little bit front heavy. Just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so that's the grass, well, the haying done. Hopefully that'll give us enough hay stored now for, well, for the foreseeable future. I do hope. So now let's check out what's that? I want to check out some bits around the map. So we've got 0 milk at the moment. We've got 0% productivity. Probably because we're still on. I'm going to speed things up to 5 speed time. Just to let the animals do something. Because I'm sure they should have some level of productivity. Unless there's something to do with that particular species that doesn't produce milk. So brown Swiss does provide you with milk. So they're the main type associated with dairy farming. Mainly, so these are the ones mainly associated with dairying farming. Angus is mostly associated with breeding. So we've got breeding and dairy. So that's fair. Let's look at our map. I'm going to go around and look for the processing places. So we've got mill there. We've got Gesai, Erlengrat. Let's visit that. I think that sounds like, yeah, that's. So do you want to buy that? No, I don't want to buy that, but that sounds like that's going to be the dairy, the cheesery, as it were. So that's almost certainly going to take. Well, we don't have the money to buy it anyway. But that'll take the cheese. Not the cheese, the milk. Let's look at prices and just confirm. Yeah. Oh, and there's also the chocolatier and the supermarket that will take it. So let's go and have a look at what the No, that's not what I want to do. So the chocolate place was there, I think. So let's visit them. Again, we could have that sell point. Excellent. That's good. Obviously, we're in the courtyard behind the place. And there we go. What we might do with the last part of the stream is I'm gonna see if we can find a contract in just a moment. Just looking at this building is all. This is where the shop front is. Look at that security. for chocolate. Well, I suppose they've got to keep it safe from me, haven't they? And Das. So there we go. That's the biogas plant. So yeah, so we've got some good stuff going on there. Excellent, that's good. So now let's see what we have in the way of contracts. So we have a spraying contract. I'm not taking harvesting contracts because there's a bug with them. We've got a fertilizing and a spraying contract. So we will borrow items for that. And we will borrow items. We're going to do both of them. And that's another thing. We can take multiple contracts. So let's go. What's this? Oh, there was already a mower. I didn't realise we had that. I realised we had the hand mower as well. That's nice. Not sure we're ever going to use it, but... going to be using both solid and liquid fertilizer by the looks of it. So we're going to need pallets. Let's get a big bag of... yep, solid fertilizer. And let's get a pallet of liquid fertilizer. Actually, is there a smaller amount? There is a smaller amount, isn't there? No, that's not a smaller amount, that's a bigger amount. Oh well, we'll go with that. Not sure we're going to make a profit on this, but we should have some left over. So we'll see how we go. I have a sleeping dog. If you can hear weird noises, that's the sleeping dog. Okay, so fertilizing on field 6, spraying on field 12. Okay, 6 is over the river. Okay. I will just stop the engine in this one for the moment, because we'll come back and get that next. We have our wibbly-doo front so we can drive wherever we like with impunity, because that's what the wibbly-doo for means. Okay. So we're going to head on out to field 6, give it a quick wibbly-doubly. And hopefully we'll still have enough time to do the other contract as well. So, and then we'll see if we've actually made a profit compared to how much money we've spent on fertilizer and liquid fertilizer. Okay, here we are at field 6. I don't know what the spread range is on this. Pretty wide by the looks of it. Wow, that is one heck of a spread range. Was not expecting that. Look at that. Ah, it does have the partial width as well, the same as the sprayer. I did wonder. So I think coming back, we probably want to limit that back down to... Limit back down by one section, I think. But that's nice. That is... very, very nice. So let's take a section off. Let's just have a look at the map. Yeah, we'll take one section off and... No, we'll take 2 sections off because I think that'll be sufficient. Yeah. More than. There we go. Take 3 sections off and it's still plenty. So the adjustable sprayers and fertilizers mean that you're not kind of obviously wasting stuff, which is definitely a good thing. Have we finished that contract yet? It is completed. I didn't see the message. Ah, there it is. It's just flashed up. So we must have only just got it as we got to that edge. That's good. That's very, very good. So now we've got still plenty of fertilizer left, so we'll take that back with us and empty it out before we accept the mission money. Rather than cluttering up the shop, I think I'm going to take it to the farmyard. So and plus that's actually closer. Excellent. So I think that's a fairly productive first day. Like I said, I do want to see some milk production coming from the cows. Like I said, I have had things on half speed, so I can understand why they may not have been doing anything just yet. So I'm going, oh, I didn't mean to hit that. Sorry, snowblower. Not snowblower, straw blower. Let's do that. And that's gotten rid of that, so we can now accept that mission and collect the money. And we go with this one. Now we're going to go to field 12. Where's field 12? Oh, it's there. Now let's... Yeah, so we're better off... Yeah, better off going a different direction. So we're not going to go over the bridge this time, I don't think. Okay. Whoa! Oversteer like a crazy person. And we'll wait and see just how big this one is. Hopefully it won't use anywhere near the 2,000 litres for this field. I doubt it will. But who knows? That's field 14. We don't want field 14. I want field 12. So we'll go up to the edge. Cut over. Like I say, I do love these new paths. Having the 2 gravel tracks with the grass in between. Das says there has been much moving of furniture. Oof. Yeah, that sounds like fun, Das. Perhaps you've earned a break. And I know I'm going through the fence, and I shouldn't do, but it's happening. So... Okay, there we go. I think we've got the right width for that now. Go! Go get lost in the corn. There's no trams. Obviously not suitable equipment for this particular endeavour. But we'll get there nonetheless. We'll figure it out. It's a big old long old field. I'm going to turn around and do the other edge. So I think that's the... Is that basement furniture, Das, by the way? Just out of curiosity. Hey, 1G! The server is live, 1G. I didn't shut it down. Oh, moving your sewing stuff. Ah, okay. That's odd. I will check it in a little bit when I finish. But I didn't take the server down, I just simply exited out of it after kicking you because I didn't want to leave it just inactive with you kind of AFK. So, because that didn't seem like the right thing to do. So let's just check on... Okay, so we should be doing okay on this. So I'll be finishing up very shortly anyway, 1G, so I can sort that out for you. Boo, boo, boo. Boo, boo, boo. Tell us when the contract's done, please. Oh, spraying with herbicide. Oh, we're spraying with the wrong stuff. I got liquid fertilizer, not herbicide. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. That would not be helpful. I didn't read the mission. So let's head on back and get the right stuff then. See if we can actually do the mission properly. As a result of that, I'm going to defiantly drive across these two fields because we have a straight line of sight to where we need to go. What should Dare stream? You can hear now. What was the answer to that? I don't know what Dare should stream. I have no idea. I was talking to 1G, mostly. Right, so let's park up over here and offload. He technically asked that while you were upstairs and out of range. Asked you what the answer was, so you missed it all. Yeah, I didn't give an answer because I have no idea what Dare should stream. Now we're going to have to spend more money. Hopefully we know, or we should know. Also, hello, 1G. Just trying to think if there is anything I can think of that Dare should stream. No, nothing comes to my head. So yeah, I'll catch up with you after this one, G, because yes, obviously stuffness occurred. There we go. Right, we're going to go back and try this again. Driving through fences because... and destroying fence signposts because... reasons of raisins. Destroyed multiple signs there. Because I'm that good. Hopefully now we'll be getting... yeah, now we're getting somewhere on the contract. Yay! If you get the right liquid in your sprayer, it works. Who's a silly fad? So... ba, ba, ba. Can't believe I sprayed it all with fertilizer for no reason whatsoever. Because I bet, even though it did apply the fertilizer, that it actually just removes it afterwards. certainly been a complete waste. So but it happens. It happens. So, but we can put the weeds back on now, and we can see clearly now. The weeds have gone. That's likes the kind of impromptu sing mode moments. We're gonna just get this done. Hopefully this pass should be enough. Yeah, we're at 61%, so hopefully we'll just get ourselves edged over a little bit so we're making full use of the full width of the sprayer. And I think once we've done this contract, that will be us calling it for today. Boom, boom, boom. So I know I didn't give him an answer, but has Dare actually figured out what he wants to stream? Because otherwise, if he still doesn't have an answer, when I get finished with this contract, before I finish the stream, I will go into his Steam library and I will pick something at random, if that's what he wants me to do. So and then he'll say no, and then he'll pick what he wants to do anyway. Okay, so that's 98%. So now we're going to have to make use of our partial spray function and go down the middle. Yeah, he's scrolling. Fair enough. He'll figure it out. So let us go here, I think. That's about where the middle is, and we're going to go down to that. And we've kind of only got that little center section doing its business because everything else has been sprayed. We can see that when we look at this. Like I say, that is a very cool feature. Not quite doom scrolling, but you know, yeah. So we're nearly there. Okay, contract on field 12 has been finished. So if he's already going to do his own doom scroll, I'm not going to do it for him. But I am going to take the pesticide back to the shop. In the most horrible way possible by driving across other people's fields, because it's very, very evil. but I'm just frustrated by that derp. So it's not an excuse. It's not a reason to do it. I'm going to go over here to offload for that so that the herbicide is sufficiently different distance from that. And we are going to accept our money and be thankful for it. I may at some point try and get these transported back up to the farm using the front loader. But we'll do that. So we'll go back to the farm now. So we can see we've got our cows. They are happy. Have we got any milk yet? We have, yes, we have got some milk. So we are producing milk. It's just taken time for everything to get in. They've got 15% productivity. The hay's gone down quite dramatically, despite the fact that we couldn't tip any in there earlier. So we'll figure that out. So yeah. There we go. That is first time on Erlengrat in 22. It's our new single player. So this will be the Saturday farming Derp Day farm. Obviously Sundays will continue to be Farm Sim 19 on Giants Island. And yeah. So we'll leave it there. I'm going to hop up on the roof. And yeah, I will hit save because otherwise all of that work was for nothing. Where's save gone? Where am I looking? There it is. Save game. So yeah, so we're going to go to our credits screen and say thank you to everybody